Hi everyone, I'm going to do an eyes demo today. In case you're wondering, I cut my finger on the cling film box thing with the serrated edge. I managed to cut my finger on there, so that's why I've got a Mr. Bump plaster on. I'm going to do an eye for making eyes bigger and an eye for making eyes smaller. Eyes smaller, I hear you ask. That's a bit weird. Well, no, not really, because some people have protruding eyes and they want to make them less so. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to do half and half so you can really see the difference. So I'll start by making a small eye bigger. I am going to use, which one of these shall I use? Actually, I'll show you them first because they are so gorgeous. These are from Pixie. And if I get this really close to the camera, can you see there's a little fairy on there? So cute. Or maybe it's a pixie. That would be the obvious thing, wouldn't it? And on this one, look, they're so divine. They're actually a pretty similar colour. You can see one of them is like a tiny shade darker, but it's nothing really. So I'm going to use the lighter of the two, which is called French Lace. And I'm going to put that all over the lid. Because to make an eye bigger, we want to keep the eye as light as possible. The other thing you can do is make sure that your eyebrows are quite nicely groomed and plucked, because sometimes I've seen people that have got small eyes and their eyebrows take up half the lid space. So it's always good if you can pluck those and have like a really nice shape there, then that will help. So we've put a light colour on the lid. Now on the inside of the eye we're going to use an eyeliner pencil. Now I've got two that I particularly like here. These are from a brand I really like called Illamasqua. And these colours are Vow and Elate. Elate is a white. Vow is a flesh tone, okay? So I'm actually going to use the flesh tone because I always think the white is a little bit harsh on me. I have here a Sleek Makeup palette, and I'm going to use this. This is kind of an iridescent light colour there, and I'm going to use that just underneath the eye there, just on the lash line, just to open that up a touch more. And a little bit in here. These Sleek palettes are so amazing and they're so cheap, and I've talked about them so many times. Look at the great colours. They're wonderful, and they're like under £5 each. I'm going to use a soft goldy brown just through the socket. This is light reflective because we want to create as much space and light in this area as we can. So we don't want to use too many dark colours. And a bit of that white one will just blend in under the brow there, just to create an extra bit of lift. With a mid-tone brown, I'm just going to take it underneath the light colour that I've put in. It really only needs to be a smudge of colour. And we'll take that same mid-tone colour just through the socket, just a little, and blending it upwards and outwards to create space, to make the eye bigger, not smaller. You're going to have to really curl your lashes, curl them really close to the root, and then halfway down, and then right at the tips, so you get a really amazing curl. I'm using a black Nuba mascara. This is Super Volume. It's got a nice curved wand. It's quite easy to use. So rock the brush really close to the root and up and out. You don't want to make all your eyelashes face in one direction. What you want to do is push these ones towards the inside, these ones up towards your forehead, and these ones out. Take your time to really build up the mascara. I mean, I sometimes wear, what do I mean sometimes? I always wear about 4 coats of mascara, I think. Now on your bottom lashes, put the mascara on the ends of the lashes. You can also use a little bit of like a gel liner on the top of that if you want to. I might put one on at the end. I haven't really decided yet, but you can, or you know, you don't have to. This would be like your everyday making your eye bigger makeup, and you can see it does make a bit of a difference. Okay, so now I'm going to make the other eye smaller. I have this really gorgeous, oh, if I can open it, this really gorgeous little eyeshadow quad from Pixie, and if you can see the colours there, you've got something that looks a bit like Beauty Marked, you've got one that's like Carbon, you've got one that's a bit like Deep Truth, and you've got one that's a bit like, what, Green Smoke from MAC. So it's a really good value for money, and this is going to be awesome on black skins, okay, absolutely awesome, so well worth the money. So if you want to make your eyes smaller, then you want to use dark colours, so that's what we're going to do. I'm going to use the, what shall I use? Shall I use the blue or the green? I'll use the blue. And we're going to put this really close to the lashes. This is a lovely payoff. Do you know something, guys? It's so hard to do makeup without being able to bend that finger. So if I'm a little bit rubbish today, that's why. It's a great excuse, isn't it? So we're going to take this up to the socket. And just blend it. So notice how I press that shadow on rather than sweeping it across, because we don't want maximum fallout from these shadows. Not that they're particularly droppy shadows anyway, but even so, the more fallout we avoid, the better. From e.l.f. I have a really cheap black liner. Now if you want to make your eyes smaller, it's really important that you use black. We're going to use black on the inside of the eye, so on the waterline, and then we're going to tight line. So we're going to do the line just under here too. Take a little bit more of my blue and I'll just pop that underneath, just to seal it, stop that eyeliner from going absolutely everywhere. And now we're going to mascara. So this is really the simplest smoky eye ever because it's just one colour. So really, even though you know my eyes are the same size, roughly, give or take, you know, a minuscule amount, they look quite different now. It's actually quite weird looking at myself like that. Just going to run a little bit of gel liner across both. Now if you want to make this eye really small, join the corner of your liners up and in the inner corner there. And that will really close the eye up. And on the other eye we'll do the opposite. We'll put our line on, but we want to keep it really open. So we're going to keep that line flicked up and quite open, so you've got that bit of space there. We can also take our light eyeliner again and just define that line. I'm just going to finish this by putting the same colours on the cheeks and on the lips, and then I'll show you both sides. Okay, I'm going to use this from Pop. It's like a bronzer duo, which is really nice. And look at the size of it. And the packaging is divine. It's like Mop Croc. I like this bronzer duo on my skin tone because it's not too orange, and I have that kind of skin that because I'm so fair, anything orange looks horrendous. So that was from Pop, and this is also from Pop, which I just love. It's called Lush Blush, and I mean, despite the fact that the packaging is absolutely the cutest thing you've ever seen, look, that's your little blusher thing, and it opens like that. The colour is amazing. I hope that this shows so you can see. It's quite pink, but it's shot through. Oh, come on, pick up. With a gold. There you go. It's so beautiful. It's a bit like Nymphette Gloss from MAC, which is one of my all-time faves. This is a really similar colour, but for the cheeks. I'm going to put a tiny bit of this on the cheeks. I was going to put my new favourite lipstick colour on, but it's gone missing, which usually means Nicola's stolen it. So I'm going to use this, which I haven't used before. This is Clinique, and the colour is grapefruit, but the colour is beautiful, or it looks like it's going to be anyway. So yes, I like this colour. Okay, so here's a little recap for you. So, if you've got big eyes and you want to make them smaller, go for dark colours, make sure you tight line the inside of the eyes, and they will appear smaller. If you've got small eyes and you want to make them bigger, wear a light eyeliner and a little bit of eyeshadow underneath the eye, but make sure that you leave a bit of space between. Actually, let me get close because it's going to make more sense if I show you up close. Can you see? Leave a little bit of space before you put that eyeshadow underneath. And then mascara just on the tips of the lashes. Plenty of mascara on the tops. But most importantly, you want to make sure that you get that light eyeshadow right in the corner and all the way underneath with the liner. Well, I've got to get this off now because my face looks really wonky and it's really disturbing me. Yeah, hope that's been useful. Okay, thanks, bye.